The state of New York is giving a Christian adoption agency an ultimatum: violate your Christian beliefs or be shut down. New Hope only places children with married heterosexual couples because of religious convictions. But the New York State Office of Children and Family Services disagrees with the policy and is threatening to shut the agency down if they do not change. The Alliance Defending Freedom is representing New Hope and says the Office of Family Services is violating the agency's freedom of religion. Gina Halleck of the ADF is here now with more on this story. So does the state require agencies to place children with non-traditional parents?
The state has issued an ultimatum to New Hope Family Services that it must either place with unmarried and same-sex couples or that it must submit a closeout plan for its adoption program.
Why do you think New Hope is being penalized for this policy?
Well, New Hope is a faith-based adoption provider that has been doing fabulous work providing adoption placements to the state of New York since 1965, and it's placed over 1,000 children in loving homes during that time. And the state basically, as part of its routine supervision, came in and discovered New Hope's religious beliefs and that it works consistently with those religious beliefs in placing children. And at that time, it issued the ultimatum to stop doing that or shut down.
What do you think this means for families and children?
Well, more adoption nonprofits mean more children being able to find loving homes. And so that's really the tragedy here, is that if New Hope is shut out of the adoption program, there will be fewer children that will be placed in loving adoptive homes.
What kind of precedent could this set for other Christian adoption agencies?
Well, every individual has the right to live according to their religious beliefs, and adoption providers are no different. The Constitution protects that freedom. So if this were to go the wrong way, that could be a really challenging situation.
Are you seeing things like this anywhere else?
This is really unique in that this faith-based provider has no government contracts and accepts no government funding. And it's really the first time that we've seen an adoption provider being willing to stand up against the government in these types of circumstances.
So, Gina, where does this case stand legally for the agency right now?
We recently filed the lawsuit, and we are asking the court to provide an order that would allow New Hope to continue operating consistent with its religious convictions while the lawsuit moves forward.
So is the agency right now still allowed to operate?
Currently, it is operating. However, it's not able to take on new adoptive families, and it's also not able to commit to working with new birth parents at this time. So they are keeping a list of those people, and they're hoping that they're going to be able to continue working with them.
Is there a time frame for how long you think it's going to take to unfold? Because this seems a bit of a crisis for the agency at the moment.
Yeah, it definitely is a crisis. Unfortunately, we don't have a timeline, but we are asking for immediate relief.
All right, Gina, thank you so much for your time. We will certainly continue to follow this story.
Well, thank you so much for having me.